Welcome to another week, and today's quotation has to do with circumstances. Those circumstances, conditions that exist that affect a situation. People love to blame circumstances for their own lack of success. Well, guess what? The same boiling water that softens the potato hardens the egg. It's what you're made of, not the circumstances. You only get what you want in terms of your own situation. So use those office hours out there and make appointments with your teachers. Get together with them if you're not getting exactly what you want. Let them know if you have to about your circumstances, but then surpass those circumstances and do what it takes to get your own goals met. One of the main differences between the intro class and the intermediate advanced and Thunderstruck classes is the emphasis on audio. It is so important to get quality audio when you move upwards into video production. And it's a highly important thing to consider when you're thinking about buying a camera, to check into the capability of whether or not that camera has headphone jack, and a jack for a microphone. If that camera does not, it is probably not worth paying more than a certain amount of money for. So that is probably our biggest limitation in intro, is that we are not concentrating so much on audio. But once we move into Thunderstruck and intermediate advanced, we want to be really picky on what we hear in the background to make sure that everything is exactly what we want. So my wife and I used to have season tickets to the Ontario Reign. I'm no stranger to hockey. I came from Michigan and grew up with hockey and all that kind of stuff. So we had really good seats for the Ontario Reign, and we knew the people in charge. And so I just happened to get some footage of the intro video that they used to show when the Ontario Reign first began. And as I watched this video game after game, I realized something is wrong with it. Couldn't quite figure out what. And as I watched, I finally figured out, you know what? This video has music, but no sound effects. So I happened to get a hold of the video and put some sound effects on there with some students of mine, and produced a video that they ended up showing on the Jumbotron afterwards with our improved sound effects. At least in my opinion, improved. Let me know what you think. You like these better with or without sound effects? And again, on the subject of sound design.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Ontario Red!
And now with our sound modifications.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Ontario Red!
Now, some people like the original better. They say that with the sound effects, it's jolting or startling or too loud. But I grew up in the 80s, so I come from the philosophy if it's too loud, you're too old.